Hey folks, Jonathan here. Started out early this morning, which is still pretty early. The sun hasn't come over the trees yet here. But anyway, skies are nice and blue. No sign of the storm. The storm that rolled through last night was a different one, of course. But anyway, you know, I don't grab the camera, and then I go start towing, and I figured, well, it ain't going to be a real busy day. And then, you know, I keep getting tow after tow after tow, and I don't, you know, I was going to film a few, but anyway. Done the first customer tow, dropped it off, then got this highway patrol. Somebody left it alongside the road, except they left it almost on the white lines, which is a no-no, especially on the road it was on, because, you know, it would have caused an accident. They're bad about that. You know, if you break down, get it far enough off the road that it's not, you know, nobody's gonna get hurt from it. When I went to load it, I was up under hooking it up and I could smell burnt oil really bad. So anyway, what is this thing? This is a Kia. Got two new front tires on it. So anyway, we're gonna get this unloaded. We got another customer call to go do. I don't know, from the smell of this thing, it's almost like it might have thrown a rod or something. Well, look, I see oil. Oh, there's the old pan. I can't see up in it, but maybe you can see. You see any rods hanging out? I'm looking in the viewer. Can't see it. Don't know. A lot of oil there, though. I hate to do it, but we'll do it anyway. Reach up there and touch it. I don't feel it. If I was a guessing man, I'd say they blew it up, but that's just a guess. Anyway, you can see it from that angle. I don't know. I'm not doing a very good job at this, am I? See any holes anywhere? I can't see the viewer, so who knows? Alright. Well, we're going to unload this thing and then go grab another one. Alright folks, on the way to the other one. Unloaded the car. I never did see whether there was a hole in it or not, but it was a rough smell. I mean, it was a combination smell of oil that hadn't been changed in about 40 or 50,000 miles, and the smell of a rod trying to get out of an engine block. So, anyway, let's get to the other one. I think it's a Volkswagen Beetle, one of the newer models, and I believe one of the wheels are trying to fall off of it. So this is what we get ourselves into. Alright, we should be coming up on it here shortly. I got about halfway here and I got a call for another one that the wheel fell off of. So once we get this one picked up and take it where it's going, we'll be passing the other one. Hopefully I'll get an idea of what I'm getting myself into on it. I'm not seeing. I do see it. Alright. Roadside of the road. We'll just get off right here and back up there to it. Alright. Alright, we got her. Got 4 out of 5 lug bolts actually broke off. These don't have studs. What a mess. The wheel didn't want to roll coming on. Of course, it's up against the calipers, that's why. So we're going to try to get it off. Lady wanted to know if I thought that might be where her knocking was coming from. She heard it knocking real hard and pulled over. So I think that was it. Alright, we got another one. Looks like a Pathfinder or something where the wheel fell off on the back. So we'll run and get it. Okay, that last customer that I dropped the vehicle at the garage for, I actually had to drop them off right up here on the left. Ooh, I'm going to stand right back. Right up here on the left at the dentist, so I was able to basically see this, looks like maybe a Jeep. I was thinking Pathfinder, but it looks like a Jeep. And the back wheel's off. It's leaning like heck, which is never good, especially no back wheel. Looks like I strapped it on the roof. So that's the one we gotta get now. Gotta get off and do a U-turn and get back on. Now while I was dropping the Volkswagen off, I went in to do the invoice and they were giving somebody else our number to the customer to pick up another one. So I'm sure as soon as I get this one done, there'll be another one. Anyway, alright, we're putting the wheel back on. Make it easier to unload into the bay. Looks like lug nuts just came off. Somebody left them loose. Okay folks, made it back home. I wanted to do a little work on my generators. I was hoping to get them ready, but get them fired up. I got two that I want to make sure it's working, but got another call, so I'm back out. You can see the sky starting to change from this morning when it was all nice and blue. We're getting a lot of clouds, so I guess it's slowly pushing in. And like I said, we're still right in the track, right in the center of it, so we'll see what happens, and I'll show you more. I'll show you what we're getting here. I think we're getting another Ford, but alright. This one's a first for me. I've never seen one with tie rod in. It's just unscrewed off of the shaft. That's kind of crazy. So I'm going to try to get this wheel back straight enough to maybe start the threads in. I didn't strip it out. And maybe we can get it up to the rollback easier. Okay. Trying to get it screwed together enough and make it easier to get out of this yard. That's how this would have happened. I've never seen one do that. Alright, we got it loaded and got out of the road. Wheel turn one way, one turn the other one. It don't know whether it's hunting or fishing. But anyway, we'll get it on up there. I tried to get that tie rod in and start back in there. I don't see anything wrong with the thread, but I couldn't get it together. It has to look good on. It's kind of a bad position to try to get it on. The turn wheel wouldn't stay straight. Alright. Okay folks, I finally got that Explorer off. Kind of a pain front wheel drive, so you know, if you tried to move it, it would cock the wheels in or loud, or you know, one way or the other. So anyway, we finally got it. I couldn't get the darn tie rod to screw back on there. You know, hard position to try to get it screwed on too. Anyway, you see the clouds rolling in. It's actually starting to rain right now. My understanding, this is it's 4 o'clock right now, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. And my understanding is by noon on Thursday, the coast will be getting pounded somewhere between 9 in the morning and noon, and then it's going to probably hit the coast by that evening. But you know, 9 o'clock, whatever, Thursday night through, well, let me rephrase it, somewhere between midnight and 6 Thursday morning it's supposed to hit the coast, or the eye of it. So it's actually, they're predicting it to hit right at Cape Fear, North Carolina, which if y'all have watched me going fishing, I fish on the Cape Fear River, and Cape Fear River is one of the few rivers that start and end in the same state. Don't go into any other states, but if you follow down from where I was fishing, you end up, you know, out at the coast, right where that hurricane's supposed to hit. So hopefully it won't be, you know, terrible. I'm sure I'll be out in it, and the reason I say that, I would normally not go out in it, but there's a lot of crazy people that will be out in it, and they're going to cause me to have to go out into it. And you know, whether it be highway patrol calls or whatever. Once they get to a state of emergency, a lot of times they won't call you out. They'll, unless it's, you know, an absolute emergency, they'll leave everything set as long as it's not, you know, bad situation. I know the last hurricane we had a dam that was about to flood. Some of you may have seen the video. The Moore County Emergency Management called me, and I went and moved some cars and just out of the roadway onto the side of the road so they could get the fire trucks and stuff through. But that was, of course, pro bono. But I mean, you know, in a situation like that, you know, the money's not the object. That don't matter. But anyway, we're heading back to the house, hopefully to get these darn generators started up. Maybe the phone won't ring long. Give me a little bit of time. I'm sure that people they'll be having me tow cars to garages up until, you know, the darn wind's blowing and everything else. Sometimes I think they figure if they have the car in the garage that you know, it's a liability insurance car, the garage will cover it, and if something happens to it. So I don't know. People have got some weird motives, but anyway, I may or may not do some more, depending on if I get more calls. But I got some a couple carports I need to tie down. I got a tractor under one carport. I think I'm just going to chain the darn carport down to the tractor. So if you anybody sees a tractor fly by, it's probably mine. So I think that's more. To me, I think that would hold it down better than just staking it in the darn ground. It's sand around here, don't hold anything anyways. Alright, well, we'll see what happens here. Well, it's been at least a year probably since this thing's been started. So I had it under a shelter, I drug it out and I poured gas in it, I checked the oil's good. It hasn't been that long since I had changed it. I bet it don't have an hour or two on new oil, so I'm not going to worry about changing it. I'm going to see if it'll start. I'm going to be real lucky if it starts. I may end up having to go find my can of ether. I got a can of ether I use for blowing tires up, and I'll use it on this thing. If it don't want to start, I'll have to. You can't, you know, used to be you could at least pour some gas in the carburetor on the 8-horse brakes, but you can't even do that on this one. We have no tripod. We're going to set you up on the back of a lawnmower. There you go. Didn't have the fuel on either. Okay. I know everybody likes their Hondas, but it's hard to beat an old Briggs & Stratton. This one's a 10 horse too. It's 5,000 watt. I've got a little tiny generator. We're going to see if we can get it started, cheap one. And this will do us good. cover's loose. Let's just see if we can find a bolt to get in that. But besides that, I think she'll do it. But let me get the other one. Alright, then we got this little 1500 watt 2000 surge watt Sportsman. I don't even know who makes the darn thing, but it does have a 4-stroke. I'm not a 2-stroke person, especially for a generator. But this one hadn't been started. I think it's probably been started since then, because I think Jordan used this one down at his house before we got the power on. So we'll see if it'll fire. I know this one had a gas tank, wasn't in the best of shape, and it's still not. Flaky. Yeah, I'm going to dump that out at least. Alright, I cleaned the tank out. Got it ready to go. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta suck stuff out of the tank, right? There wasn't a drop of gas in it, but there was some water in it. Alright folks, trying to stay dry. It's been raining quite a bit. Here's the carport, old used one I bought. Not in very good shape, but I think what I'm going to do is go around it with some straps on the main beams. Right up there. Let me see if this thing's zooming in. No. I'm going to go around it with some straps on the main beams and just bring them down and strap them to this tractor. Don't know what else to do on short notice. I haven't had a chance to put it into the ground at all. And like I said, this sand don't hold much anyway, so I'll get that done, and then a few other things. Good thing is I'm not in a flood zone. The only thing that's worrying me is the high winds. The flooding I'm not worried about here. You know, there's some local areas here that are low, but definitely not here. And we'll see if we can get everything ready by tomorrow evening anyway. Kind of hard when you're towing constantly and running back and forth, but generators are done and ready, and that's one of the important things. So, all right, keep everybody updated. Appreciate everybody watching. Till next time, bye.